So in our demolition plan, we're going to change the line type for these walls that are going to be demolished. And to provide some instructions for it, that's where we need the leader lines. So here it says all exterior walls, windows, and doors to remain. And likewise here, it says remove and salvage existing fixtures. And of course, the dash line indicates the uh, demolition legend, where it says here dash line, remove partition and related components, all dash lines unless noted otherwise. So there's the need for the notation. Okay, so we'll go back here. By the way, this is from one of my students, Reda Mohammed. So we're using his plan. So we have here a nice layout. So we're just going to copy that. Copying a layout allows us to uh, use all the settings that we already have here. So we'll create a copy, click OK. And from here, we're going to say this is our demolition plan. So demo, okay? Now, for the demolition plan, we're not going to need uh, our property lines and all the things that pertain to the site. What we need is the uh, building itself. Okay, so we go to our home tab, and we want to make sure that our layers are turned on. So here they are not showing. Okay, so maybe we'll look at our layer. Okay, we'll look at our all use layers, and here some of the layers are frozen. Okay, so let's unfreeze those so we know what are in them. And then we have our A01 win, okay, and A01 door. So A01 win, wall, okay. Those are supposedly turned on, okay. And okay, here, uh, the line width should not be thick, okay. It should be, simply the default. Yeah, default is okay. Okay. And then what do we have here? Door. Okay. So what happened here is that I think if we double click inside and unlock this, we'll see that the walls are not showing. So we wonder where they are now. Okay, so they're all turned on and not showing here except for that one door. And in our layer, oh, there it is. They are BP frozen. Wonder why I didn't see that earlier. Anyway, so you need to now make this the active layer, A01 text, because that's where we're going to place our DIMS leader lines, okay? So we need to turn this all on, okay? So we don't want to BP freeze them. And what we do want to BP freeze is our site layers. Okay, so those are the ones that we want to BP freeze. Now, if you don't know what layer this thing belongs to, then you can check it out. So it's A01 furniture. Not sure if we need that. No, we don't need that. So we can change the layer. So it should belong to the contour layer. And not sure what these are. I think this belongs to the site as well. So just change those to the layer, okay? Contour layer. which is BP frozen. So contour layer. And then this one, uh, we can change that to the contour layer as well. Okay. And this one as well. So those are needed for the contour layer. So just place them in the contour layer. Okay, so we have our plan and we have some more here. So we'll place this, oops, sorry, undo that. We moved it accidentally. So, okay, so change this to the layer. So it will be BP frozen or viewport frozen. Likewise, this one here, this one belongs to, I'm not sure where, it should be in the contour layer. So we'll just place this there. That's our layer for our site. Okay, good. Then once we have that, we can now zoom into the scale. So I think we're trying to print this at 1/40 to 1. And of course, we do have our dimensions here, which we do not need as well at 1/40 to 1. So we're going to, in this demo layout, turn off our dimension. So A01 dim. Okay. Okay, we don't need that. So turn that off. Now the text, we don't really need, but that's the one that all these texts are on. So that means we actually need to create a different layer because we're going to turn this off. So to turn this off or BP freeze it, so we'll see what will happen. Okay, so that is BP frozen. And now we have to create a new layer. So we'll create a new one and we'll say this is our A01 demolition. Okay. Oops. Let's do that again. A01 demolition. Okay, there you go. And the color for that will be red is okay. Dash line. And then we'll use dash line for that. But yeah, dash line hidden. Okay, so this is imperial, so we use this line type, not the long dash, short dash. Okay, don't use that for imperial. Okay, we'll click OK to that. Okay, and then the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to copy the layers that need to be demolished. Okay, so we're going to do that. So we're going to change all of this to the demolition layer or actually make a copy. Okay, so we want to make a copy of this because we do want to keep it for our uh, floor plan, right? So we're going to select this and change this to or copy it first. Okay, so copy, we'll say CO copy, uh, enter, and we'll copy it from here to the same point so that it will stay there. So we'll just say at, shift at, and then enter. Okay, oops, didn't work. We'll just click this as our base point as well. There you go. So we made a copy of that. Okay, uh, maybe it's best to make a copy here. So that's another way, okay? Because I think one of the problem that we might encounter is we'll have a duplicate of this and it still belongs to the wall layer, okay? So even if I delete this, there's still that other one. So let me undo that. Undo, 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 okay? So Okay, let me try deleting that. Okay, there's only one. And let me copy it again. So CO, copy. I think I'll place it somewhere else in the meantime. Okay. So I'll copy this. Okay, enter. Now I need to know the base point. Okay. So this is my base point. I need to remember that so I can return it to that base point later. Uh, okay, but I do have a problem because in mid-air, I would not know where that base point is. Okay. So maybe I'll copy this as well. Okay. I have an idea. So again, copy, copy this and copy that. And okay, copy this line here. Okay, I think I need to do that. Okay, by doing that, I'm able to now create a base point and know where that base point will be when I'm returning this. Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, so hit escape to cancel. And now I want to change this to the demolition layer. So A01 demolition, and there you go. Okay, so we'll see that they are in uh, have dash line. Now this one didn't change to dash line. So if we look at it, it's in the proper layer. It should be dash line, but it's not. So one thing that we can do is we can double click on it and edit the block. Okay, so because this is a block, it might not be changing to the hidden line type. Okay, so we'll check that. Go to home, and it still continues right here. So we're going to change this to hidden. There might be a problem because once we change this to hidden, the block in the other one might also become hidden. But we'll solve that problem if it occurs. Okay, so we'll click OK, save changes, and click OK. There you go. So it's now hidden, most of it. This part here doesn't want to be hidden. Let's see, click OK, click OK. It should be hidden. So sometimes, there you go. Sometimes you just need to regenerate. Okay, I do have some lines here that are not, did I copy it all? I guess I did not copy it all. I forgot to copy this and that. And what else? Yeah, those two didn't get copied. So I can easily copy that, copy, and this is my base point right here. Okay, so that's good. So I can click it and place it here, the base point for that copied plan. And make sure to change this to the demolition layer. Okay. So again, it should not be AutoCAD ISO, it should be by layer. Okay, by layer. And then these are, I think, blocks as well. So if they're blocks, we can edit those blocks. Double click. Okay, edit those blocks and change them to, go to the home tab, uh, hidden. Okay. And say close the block editor, save the changes. There you go. So what else do we need? I think we got all turned to hidden line. All the lines that we need are already in hidden line. Now we can, uh, sorry, oops. Now we can, sorry about that. Uh, Now we can turn off the A01 wall layer. Okay. And we can turn the A01 door layer. Okay. Oops. I don't think I should turn off that A01 wall layer. Because all the other layers got turned off. So let me turn that on again. A01 wall, okay, A01 door, because we need those. So what will happen is we now need to change this to, okay, there's the problem, okay. See our block, it got changed to the hidden line, okay, and this one as well got changed to the hidden line. So we cannot just change the blocks because all the blocks are going to be affected because it's a block that we inserted. So what we can do is, of course, we can create another block or a copy of that block. Okay, we'll deal with that next. But before that, we want to add uh, or change this to a different layer because we're we need to turn it off, but not all the walls. Okay, so we need to create another layer. So that's how you find out if you need a layer or two. So this will be a 01 wall on. So I'm just going to say wall on. Okay. Uh, so I'll use that. That's one technique that I can do. And this should be yellow. Okay. So it should be yellow. Click OK. And line is continuous. And so for the door as well. Okay. So I'm going to create another layer. A01 door on. Okay. So I'm going to change that, and the color for that is blue. Click OK, continues. So what I want to do is to change all of this to wall and door. Okay, so this will be going to the door layer. Okay, so this will go to the door layer, A01 door on. Okay, so that will be in the door on. And then the walls, okay, this one should be door on as well. Okay, this one should go to the door on as well. Don't forget that small item there. You should go to the A01 door on. Okay. And then for the walls, okay, we need the walls to go to the layer wall on. Okay. Okay. So we'll just add those to the walls. This one as well. And don't forget that. Oops, not this one. So hit the shift key and deselect. Okay, we have one here. That goes to the wall on. And this one goes to the wall on as well. Okay. So those are the layers that should go to, or the lines that should go to the wall on. Okay. Now that they're in the wall on, I can now BP freeze those. So BP freeze. And then this one should be BP frozen as well, the door on. Okay. Now this one will place in the furniture on. And we'll solve that in the future. Okay. For now, this one is what we need to change. Now I don't have a furniture on. So I'll create one. So new one, A01 furniture on. Okay. And that will be color green. Okay. And now we're going to change that to furniture on. And we're going to BP freeze furniture on. Okay. Almost cleared. Okay, so from here, I can now move this back. So M, move this back, move this back from, okay, nicely, we have this nice reference. I don't need to move this line back. So I'll move this from here to my reference. And it should go back to the place that it should belong to. Okay, so that's the demolition lines. Those are the items that we need to demolish. This one I can delete. And now we're really ready to add the leader for the description of what we need to do in this demolition project.